is often forgotten about the conquistadors of the Spanish and the Portuguese who went and took over large sections of the Americas is that these guys were actual knights. Like, they were full-on medieval knights wearing medieval armor with medieval weapons. When Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492, he did so under the flag of Castile. This is because the War of the Reconquista, the reconquering of the Iberian Peninsula, taking out the Islamic Empire from the Iberian Peninsula of Spain and Portugal, was done the same year that he launched from the shores of Spain to go on to discover the New World. So these dudes were literally, before they were discovering America, were fighting in massive wars. Wars where no quarter was shown on either side. They were not treated nicely. They did not treat their enemies nicely. And while this does not excuse their actions, I think that it's important to remember that these were not Enlightenment thinkers, right? These were not people who were thinking like the people a couple hundred years later that would have these Enlightenment ideals of freedom. These were guys who were coming out of the mud of fighting in wars in medieval era. Their entire ideology was reconquering the Iberian Peninsula. And then they find out a whole bunch of land over here is up for the taking because they didn't have the same level of weaponry. And up until this point in human history, it was always conquer as much as you can. Well, they obviously did a lot of terrible things. I'm not excusing that. I'm just saying that I think it's important to understand a little bit of their ideology, how they would have saw this. Because it wasn't until the Renaissance and the Enlightenment that people really started being like, maybe people should be treated with respect.